There is nothing wrong with this video. Slowly but surely, things are starting to get back to normal. And since today is the 24th anniversary of the Diz, I thought it was a fitting day to get this show back to normal. From the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida, this is the Diz Unplugged.
Yay!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, coming to you live from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, John Magi.
Hi, everybody.
Kevin Close.
Hello, everyone.
Teresa Eccles.
Hey, y'all.
Corey Martin.
I'm just happy to be here.
And back in the new and improved nook, Mr. Craig Williams, our producer.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Who has worked diligently over the last 4 days. Sorry guys, I'm a little misty.
The studio has changed like so much, and I walked in. Like you did a whole transformation before I even got here. Like there's been like a couple transformations of this studio.
Well, I mean, back in October, I decided that it needed to change, right? So we got the table out of here. We set up these little areas. And back in, I guess it was March, Craig?
Mm-hmm.
I happened to be looking back at some old shows from 2013 when we first brought the show to video. And I'm like, you know what? I miss being able to
Reach out and touch someone.
Well, I mean, see you. I mean,
It's
John,
you.
we've known each other since 1995, and I think in that time, never more than a month has passed that we haven't been in the same same room together until this last year. Teresa, Corey, Kevin, haven't seen these guys in over a year.
Well over a year.
And we're all vaccinated. Everybody in the room right now is vaccinated. We're following CDC guidelines.
Yeah, it feels good.
And you know what? I said to Craig after watching some of the old shows and that energy and stuff like that, I said, you know what? I want that back. And there's no reason not to. So God bless him. God bless him after I made him rip all of this apart in October.
Well, my big concern was I was looking at the other design of the studio, and I'm like, where am I going to sit?
Yeah, that's what we
am I going
thought,
to pick
too.
the couch, or am I going to pick? But you know,
No.
I'm glad you
We
guys
would have
had
let you had your pick, Sheldon.
I'm sure.
Really.
My question is, will the cute chairs that you had in here fit in the back of my car?
No, they're in my kitchen now,
know,
and
I
that's what
saw
it's.
that.
You
Yeah,
got to
see,
remove
I
those
was
chicken
concerned-
eggs first.
I was concerned that the seats were going to be too low, and I was going to have to stand for the whole show.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad you guys had the foresight to keep the table. You could have easily gotten rid of it.
No,
The fact
no,
that you
no,
kept
no.
it was smart.
No, this was in my kitchen. It became my kitchen table.
Really?
And
That
I never
explains the egg.
I never eat at my kitchen table ever. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just bring it back. I would never get rid of this table anyway.
There's
just
a
for
lot
its
of history right here. Yeah.
Do you remember we did a show one time where we all sat in a row? It was at the Gaylord Palms, and we
Behind
all
that
sat
counter?
side by side.
our first-
But you spent the whole time trying to do this.
You couldn't see
It
anybody.
it's much easier to talk to people when you can see.
And-
It was more
and-
like we
and-
were a display there.
Yeah.
And John is close enough yet far enough from
Right.
I think there's
Perfect
6 feet.
distance.
the perfect distance.
And I just like everything, like slowly, like as I said, slowly but surely, everything is starting to get back to normal. We still have a long way to go, and we're certainly not out of the quote unquote woods yet, but I think we've turned the corner now. And that's how it feels to me. But what do I know? I'm not a scientist or a doctor. But
Correct.
That's how it feels to me. And certainly through Dreams Unlimited Travel, which is the sponsor of this show. John and I are owners of Dreams Unlimited Travel. So if you want to support us, you want to support our content, you want to see more shows coming out of the studio, you like our vlogs, please, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. That is how we pay for this. That's how we pay these folks to do the incredible work that they always do, but in particular, this past year, the number of you that have reached out to me to tell me how much the content has meant to you this year has really touched me. And and the way my team came together, and we figured stuff out. You know, we made the best of a bad situation. But you know what? I am ready to be back in here like this. I am ready.
You know, you were talking about how the team did such a great job. I want to speak specifically about the in-park team, because it gave me a chance to live vicariously through them, like a lot of people live vicariously through us. So it really gave me an opportunity to say, wow, these guys are kicking ass. And Craig, did you remove all the gum I put under this table all these years?
No, they just spun it. I have
Yeah.
It's over there.
All right.
Over here on this side.
All right. So, couple things I want to talk about before we go. Craig, did Stephen get you? He did. The Diz, something else that I'm really looking forward to. This on a much bigger level. We haven't done an event in a long, long time, and many of you know that we had been planning, in conjunction with Give Kids the World, do a big event back in March, but of course, you know, the world caught fire. That event is still happening, September 9th through the 11th, the Diz Family Reunion, and this is being run by Give Kids the World, and they have done an amazing job putting together a dais of guests that, I mean, for as good as we are, we never could have put this together like this. And I think we have a little video that Craig is going to run now talking about it, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the details. So that is a quick look at some of what's going on. They've got so many people coming in for this. And there may even be more announced as time goes on. They keep adding to it. But if you have enjoyed, and of course all of us are going to be there, right? All of us are going to be there doing stuff. But if you have enjoyed our marathon shows over the years, our next marathon show is going to take place during this event with a live audience. So I'm so excited, so excited to do this. And there are tickets still available. We'll make sure a link, I think it's gktw.org/DizFam.
Already in the description.
Already in the description.
Question?
Because Craig's ahead.
If you had the ticket for the March, it just moved to this,
Yes,
right?
yes, all those
Correct?
tickets.
Okay.
It depended
Sure
on
they
you,
knew that.
what you wanted to do. You could just let it go forward. Some people asked for a refund and then rebooked, but yeah.
Okay.
If you had that ticket, it's
So
going
mine
to go
just
to.
went forward.
Suggestion: can we hook up set up a VR cam so people can watch us at home with their Oculus?
No, we want them there.
Okay.
We want them there. Get off your couch now.
With their
Okay.
Oculus?
With their Oculus, you know,
Their
we set
Oculus.
up they can like
It's a
be
VR.
like- yeah, they
headset.
can be there.
Thank you.
It's
I have a lot of time. On
none
my
of
hands. I'm
those
just
words.
kidding.
None of those words make sense to Kevin.
You can watch it with your Oculus.
That too.
So very, very excited. Again, that's September 9th through 11th. And of course, you can book rooms for the event through dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. One of our awesome agents will help you out. But when I told my mother yesterday that Pat Sajak was going to be there, she lost her mind. Lost her mind. Like, oh, am I going to this? I'm like, of course you're
I
going to
going to
this.
this?
What are you talking about?
But you have to pick a vowel first.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, lots of great stuff.
People want to know if you will finally be shaving your head.
I will
during the event.
I will do the head shaving live at the. I'll do the head
my.
shaving live at the during the marathon show.
Wow. You bringing
I will
hats?
not.
I mean, look, there's
not
not
much
much
there.
to shave. There's not much. Although my barber did tell me yesterday, he's like, it looks like there's some new growth back here. I'm like, really? I don't know why. You know, maybe the fat in my system is
growth, pushing it
like
out.
just pushing the hair out of my head. I don't know, but yes. We're gonna have a lot of fun. This is gonna be a big event. And if you don't want to, you know, if you're not planning to come for the start of the 50th to avoid the crazy, this is right before. So, and I will tell you, rooms on property right now are limited. We did not get a block of rooms for this. So we don't have like special rooms held aside. And I gotta tell you, I was booking some rooms for myself the other day. I'm like, all right, it's slim pickings.
It is.
I think that is going to open up as time goes on, because right now Disney's only booking based on their current occupancy. So as they open up occupancy at more of these resorts and more resorts, availability will come up. But September 9th through the 11th, gktw.org/DizFam, DISFAM, as in Mary, is where you can buy your tickets. There are a limited number of tickets left, and there are tickets for the event itself, and then a separate ticket for the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge private party, just us, just our group. So really, really, really excited, and again, you know.
And if you live in a household where like your partner isn't into Disney, start talking up the pools at Disney now. That way you can escape to this event.
Oh, please leave them on the farm. Oh, I'm sorry, that would be me. I'm sorry, that would be
But you
me.
know, some people have a partner like who's off kilter. You know, they don't get it. Start talking up the pools.
Yeah. Yeehaw Bob going to be doing a special performance. They're bringing back the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra to perform.
Good Lord.
I mean, Stephen Amos, who's is our point of contact to Give Kids the World. Unbelievable. This man has been putting this together. He's an incredible partner, along with
Yes.
Pam Landworth, of course, and the auction. I've gotten a peek at some of the items he's got. This is going to be, without a doubt, the biggest, craziest auction we've ever done. So I'm just so excited. Something else to look forward to, and this one I don't have to wait to get on the Wish next year. This one's just in a few months from now. So September 9th through the 11th at Disney's Contemporary Resort. And so please buy your tickets now, because we're going to start really, really pushing now that we know. Like it was hard for me to push this,
Yeah.
not knowing if we were going to have to move it again. But now I'm very sure this is happening. This is happening. So please get your tickets. Please come and join us. We're going to have a blast. There's a lot of things that we're planning to do in the parks with our team that you're not going to want to miss. So, all right. Another thing I have been waiting a very long time to say. Here's Johnny with the news.
Excellent. Before I do the news, Kevin has a housekeeping he'd like to do, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
I just wanted to say thank you to the people who have sent thoughts and prayers and good wishes for Kathleen. I have an update. I talked to her daughter this morning. She is improving slowly. The big thing yesterday, she was moved out of ICU into a regular hospital bed. That
Great
was
news.
a big deal. She is sitting up with assistants and talking, and there's a slight issue with her blood pressure. They can't keep her blood pressure up. So once they get that under control, they're going to move her to a rehab. We got to talk to her on the phone the other day. She is as feisty and ornery as ever. So
And for those who don't know Kathleen, this is John's assistant who's been working for us for, oh my God, how many years now?
I have no idea.
I've lost count.
however, she's family.
Yeah.
She's just family.
Yeah, and so and Kathleen had some health issues last month that were very, very serious, and so yeah, we're really glad that she's improving.
Thank you for letting me do this. I just wanted people to know, and I wanted to say thank you. We appreciate all the prayers.
All right.
Sure
So
do.
sweet.
All right, I'm going to attempt to read the news.
Well, look how small it is. Jeez.
I know.
Do you want me to hold it?
I think
I'll hold it over
I
here.
think I need a drink to hold it. All right, here we go. First news story. Walt Disney's Cruella earns $26.5 million over Memorial Day weekend. Walt Disney's Cruella opened nationwide this weekend with a respectable $26.5 million box office. The well-reviewed film stars Emma Stone as a young Cruella de Vil and Emma Thompson as her fashion mentor and eventual rival. The film reportedly cost $100 million to make. Forbes predicts it's likely to earn between $52 million and $78 million domestically this summer. The movie is currently available on Disney Plus for $30. So that raises the question: are you going to see it in the theaters, or are you going to get it on Disney Plus?
We already got it.
Disney Plus.
We bought it. It was wonderful.
Really good.
And I don't watch TV. I'm always moving. I don't watch TV, but Julie wanted to watch it. We bought it. I love Emma Stone.
Oh, I
I
do
mean, she's
too.
not on my hall pass list or anything, but I love her. And so we really
Can't
enjoyed
say
it.
that.
She's not on mine either.
I would pass her in the hall if I saw her, but that's
But we really enjoyed it.
Now, once you buy it, is it yours to keep?
Yeah.
It better be for 23.
But think
bucks.
about it. I mean, for a family
30.
of four going to the movies, the kids are going to want popcorn. The movies are expensive.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell
You
me.
don't have to sell us.
And
I
I can
think
go to
it's-
the bathroom and just pause.
I just was curious as if it was like buying a video.
Because didn't they do that with Milan? You rented it for $30
Yes,
originally.
it's so the deal is with it is that you pay the money for it and you have as much access to it as you want while you are still a subscriber of Disney Plus, and then when it is available to everyone on Disney Plus, obviously you just look at it in the past as, oh, I spent $30 way back when, but you have access to it right now. And I mean, as Corey pointed out, $30 for a family of four or even larger,
Right.
It's a good deal. And what I've seen a bunch of people do, which I think is also awesome, is if you still want to support your local theaters, go buy popcorn from them because they make most of their money off of concessions anyway. So swing by the theater, pick up some popcorn, and then go back home and watch a movie.
I just bought
idea.
stock. I just bought ABC stock. I'm
What a
good there.
cute
I'm
idea.
good there.
That's adorable idea, though. I hadn't thought about that.
You have been gone a long time.
I have.
But also,
thought
you know,
that was
watching these
adorable.
movies at home, for the most part, a lot of our TVs at home are really nice. I mean, what they're coming out with now in our homes, you know.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
could
not
swing-
like you're watching at home a couple years ago or several
Yeah,
years ago.
I could swing by and get Korean barbecue too, though.
Yes,
And
you could
support
also
that
get
restaurant too.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, please. I've kept every restaurant in this area with Uber Eats. But behold,
Right?
I'm trying to lose it. I put on so much weight.
You know what's
Oh.
dangerous about Uber Eats or DoorDash is that they'll tell you the last time you ordered. Because Julie and I were talking about, we want Mexican food. All right, let's go order Mexican. We went. I'm like, Julie, we just ordered this last week.
What
We're
kills
acting
me
like
is
we're dying.
I
We
had
need
to switch. DoorDash doesn't come to Christmas, so I had to switch to Uber Eats, and DoorDash is trying to lure me back with coupons, and I'm like, I can't use it because
You know, it's embarrassing when you call someplace to order your food and they go, "Oh, we know what you want."
We know what you want.
Yeah,
Same
Exactly.
thing.
Oh yeah,
Same order? Yes.
Barbecue spare ribs and honey garlic chicken.
honey garlic chicken, boneless
oh
spare
gosh,
ribs,
I'm hungry now.
steamed dumplings.
Ooh.
Chang's Chinese restaurant on Cimarron. That's my place. All right, what do we got?
All right, our next news story. Disney expects full Florida theme parks by year end.
Amen.
The Walt Disney World could approach full. I can't read it. Oh my gosh.
Turn it sideways.
It doesn't do that because I got.
You know,
the
if you
thing in
highlight it.
Yeah, really. If you highlight everything, Walt Disney World could approach full capacity by
Well,
the
get
end
a
of
damn
this year.
normal size iPad.
Paper works too.
He's so cheap. He's so cheap. First of all, this iPad he's holding is from like 1872, and it's about this big. And he's the same age as I am, and I know I gotta have everything big right now because like I got my laptop in front of me, and even that's zoomed in. I'm done.
I'm just waiting.
I'm just waiting.
Just waiting for you to finish. All right, Walt Disney World could approach full capacity by the end of this year. Walt Disney Company CEO Robert Chapek said during the J.P. Morgan 49th Annual Global Technology, Media, and Communication Conference on Monday. It does. DisFam or the 49th Annual. Chapek said his team anticipates double-digit growth as the company follows Federal Centers of Disease Control and Prevention coronavirus operating guidelines, according to a transcript of the conference. I am not going to read his quotes from the conference because,
Why?
okay, I'm going to try. You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, we hope independently on the park, right? Because you've got Disneyland, which just opened. It's like you can stop. It's horrible. Since reopening in Florida last July,
Yeah, but you're missing an important part of when he does this stuff. We think the parks will be at full capacity by the end of the year.
Since reopening last July, the company slowly expanded the daily number of people allowed to access its Central Florida facilities. Disney has not released any attendance numbers, however. Meanwhile, Chapek claimed that many of the workers laid off due to the pandemic are back on the job. So, yeah, and more is quoted from him, and I can't do it. So, what he also says in the rest of it is that they're not experiencing the same issues that a lot of employers are having, that's saying they can't get people. That apparently a lot of cast members are returning to the job, so good for them.
Good.
Boy, my head is huge.
Well, hopefully a lot of these cast members have.
Boy, you have spent too much time
I
inside.
had too much time alone. And my background is like, from those flipping shows where they flip houses, I'm like, please don't paint the fireplace. I don't understand what's going on.
About cast.
Trouble focusing.
I had, I did all this work laying brick.
You did all this work laying brick. I see that. Or I thought maybe you uncovered it when you got rid of the Venetian plaster from the 1800s. The brickwork was revealed behind the wall.
What are you hiding under these hardwood floors?
Do you know what's under these hardwood
incredible
floors?
terrazzo tile.
Terrazzo.
Yeah.
He put stuff over this and it killed me.
No, I didn't want to. It's just it was so damaged from the previous owners that I had. The
my
guy said
gosh.
to me, the amount of money it's going to cost you to fix
Terrazzo's
this.
expensive.
And I'm like, just put tile down. So, okay.
You know what I miss? I realized.
Tell us.
Okay, the few times I was on the show when we were all in our little Brady Bunch boxes.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I mean, Craig's keep texting me, mute your mic when you're not talking. Well, the time I unmute my mic, whatever I had to say had moved on and I couldn't tell what was going
Yeah,
on.
look, it wasn't ideal. It wasn't ideal.
It wasn't.
But, it was what we had to do, right?
But now I can touch Corey again. I mean, what the hell?
I can enter
Wow,
your friend.
that got creepy fast.
I've been having like kids at school like flashbacks because you can't leave your bedroom while the kids are in school while they're streaming. You got to be dressed. So every time I'll go to leave my bedroom door, I'm like, wait, I have to get dressed.
I got to
The
put
kids
clothes on, right?
Well, I'm just talking about having a shirt.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not walking around the house free. But I'm just having flashbacks. I'm like, oh, the kids aren't in school. But I wanted to go back to, I'm all over the place. I wanted to go back to the cast members, about Disney saying it's not hard for them to get cast members back. I would hope, and nothing against workers at McDonald's or anything, but I would hope there's more passion working at Disney than there is somebody serving fries or serving fast food through a drive-through window. I would assume.
I think part of it is that some people were furloughed for so long that they might have found other jobs that
Yeah.
they liked better and
Right. Oh, yeah,
decided
yeah.
to stay with. So I think what he's saying is that he's lucky that that workforce was willing to come back.
And right now, people are offering signing bonuses and higher pay
Yeah.
than Disney's offering.
Did Disney up their minimum like Universal is or going to?
The Universal's doing it faster. I mean, Universal just announced that they were bringing everybody to $15 an hour is their minimum. Disney has announced that they're doing that, but I think they're phasing it in over a
slower.
certain number of time,
More
a certain
people,
number of
yeah.
years. So, but I look. Here's the bottom line. Chapek isn't allowed to make that comment as the head of a publicly traded company unless he's fairly certain, barring any new problems, please, Jesus, that by the end of the year we're back at full steam at Walt Disney World, and that's great news. That's great news. Just please, cruise line.
Oh.
Please, cruise line. That's the story I can't wait to hear us tell. The cruises are coming back. I mean, they are. We just don't know exactly when. It's moving in that direction, but it's not as fast for me as I would like it to be.
Yep.
You all have been out. You all have been out, right? Do you flip out when someplace gets crowded?
You know, when I was at Universal a week or so ago, and we were in Islands of Adventure, Stella and I walking along, we had our masks on, and people were coming really close to me without a mask. And at first, Stella was like, we got to go somewhere. I'm like, no, I think we're okay. Because they had just released it and said you didn't have to wear a mask outside.
It's kind of flipped me out when I've been out
Yeah.
someplace and a crowd forms.
Well, this is what what I'm happy about now is that if I get a little freaked up, I can put a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I feel comfortable, I can take it off. That's what I like, is that I have the choice based on what my comfort zone is,
Right.
to wear a mask or not wear a mask.
I'm
I
a lot
enjoy-
more aware. I would say a lot more aware of my personal space
Right.
than I was before. Even walking through a grocery store or anything. I'm a lot more aware than I was before.
I don't crowd people. Not that I ever did really before, but
But I also, like through this pandemic, as a parent, we take some comfort in knowing that we have this sort of been there, done that, and we can educate our kids on. We did navigating through this past year. We had to fake it, and so we had to fake a lot because we didn't know what
Yeah.
the outcome was going to be. So when we go out in public as a family, I have to not freak out because they're going to model what I do. They're going to model what Julie does. And Julie, she gets freaked out easily. Now Finley's following that. Not freaked out. I would say they show their anxiety better. I hide mine better. So I have
That's
to.
why your blood pressure is.
Yeah. Well, I tell you
500
what, my
over
blood pressure
150.
is a lot better now that I quit drinking.
Yeah.
Not having a sip of alcohol in this body has done wonders for my blood pressure.
Funny how that works.
Right. But
that's what's different about you.
But he's not sitting here drunk.
No, not that. But his coloring is
No, he looks good.
clearer.
thanks, appreciate it.
He doesn't reek of tequila anymore.
Right.
That's one of my
No, that was me, dear.
That was you, tequila.
Yeah.
But
All right, our third and final news story. New magic revealed for Disney World's 50th anniversary. Disney has revealed the first commercial for the upcoming 50th anniversary celebration of the Walt Disney World Resort, and there is a whole bucket load of magic in it, along with 18
Jackie
Easter
wrote
eggs. She did. I was going to change the words a little bit, but I don't think I should have.
Whole
no.
bucket loads of magic.
Bucket load, along with 18 Easter eggs to look for while you watch. We've been given a sneak peek at the lighting plans for Animal Kingdom's Tree of Life, the Hollywood Tower of Terror, and Spaceship Earth. And I think Craig is playing the commercial now, which is awesome,
Yeah, it was a great commercial.
along with Main Street USA. Everything is looking gorgeous and sparkly. The commercial also shows a secret room inside Cinderella Castle where the magic reportedly lives. Disney reveals that the cabinet we see in the video with Mickey Mouse's sorcerer's hat is iridescent and filled with magic, and that the special room contains artifacts from long-cherished Disney stories, characters, and attractions.
Nancy, I heard that they forgot to tell Tinkerbell they were stopping the fireworks, and that she was waiting up in that room, and then they went up to do this, and they found
Tinkerbones.
Tinkerbones?
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbones? What will the artifacts
She
be
be
like
making an
Walt's
appearance
head?
at the event.
The secret room
Just
sounds
roll
kinda
her
creepy.
own bones.
The call's coming from inside the castle.
I'm excited. I don't know.
The call's coming from
Tinkerbones.
This is
All right.
why I missed this. This is why I missed this. 'Cause
That'll do it for the news.
We can't do this
No, it's-
virtually. We really can't. Not this.
Because a lot of what we do is we play off each other's cues. So
There's
it's,
also body language. I was shocked at how much body language. I mean, we sit like this, and if one of us leans in, it's kind of like you just get you know that they're going to
yeah.
talk, and you back off. So it was difficult for me to do, and I had to sit next to John.
I miss.
really what
I,
you
I have really missed because when I think a story or a conversation is going on too long, sitting here at the table, I'll do this, which means wrap it up. I want to move on to the next thing. That doesn't work via Skype.
I'm not sure it's working here anymore.
And you would give me an evil eye if you didn't like what I was talking about.
Or if it's just like, okay, come on.
Yeah, right? Okay.
So and that's what I've missed everything. I've missed all of it.
All of
I've
it,
missed
every
all
bit of it.
And some of the traveling I like to do, still not able to do that yet. But you know what? This right here, this goes a long way to making me happy. This goes a long, long way to making me happy.
It feels like for me, every little bit we do brings us closer to normalcy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've recently started going out to restaurants, which is great. We've been going to parks, but they're more crowded.
We traveled
doing
in the
this.
last couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
I opened that kissing booth again in Lake Mary. So
Lord.
the business is coming in.
What side of the lake? No, I can't.
Well, I will tell you one thing in this town that did not slow down was real estate. Oh my God.
It's all over the news locally
for-
too.
For those who don't know, I'm one of the owners of movingtoorlando.com. It's a real estate business. And this year has been, hell of a year to get into real estate.
Crazy.
Boy, it has been insane, but it has helped keep our economy
Yeah.
a bit more buoyant. One of the
You
reasons
should
we've survived.
sell the house down the road from me. It's going for $1.6 million.
Not surprised.
And I'm shocked because I drive past it every day and I'm going, that's what they're trying to get for that thing? It's got 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, but still.
But did you
It's
count
the
their
land.
chickens?
I
It's-
know.
No,
Did
it's
you
the-
count the
it's-
chickens?
It's the land.
It's the land,
Because
yeah.
that's what a lot of people want right now, and there's not a lot of it. And that's why Christmas, Florida, which was one of the most inexpensive places to buy a home, a year and a half ago, the increase in the median prices in that town have been insane because it has land.
Yeah.
And that's what people want. They don't just want social distancing when they're in the supermarket. They want you way the hell over there.
Yeah, they want to be homesteading where you can maybe see your neighbor over there, but
Yeah.
After 15 months at home, some people might have been stuck in apartments.
Yeah.
So they're looking for bigger houses. And
Absolutely.
then people with regular houses are now looking for land. So that's just,
And it's also that now or never. Like, this past year was scary. That, I'm going to do it now because I might not have next
Right.
year. So
How
a lot
much
of
more
people saying,
time
I've
do
been
we
talking
have?
about moving forever. Now I'm going to do it.
we did it in
also
the middle.
keep in mind too, you got a lot of people. Obviously, moving to Orlando. Our tagline for moving to Orlando is experts at helping you move to the Orlando area so you can live your Disney dream. And a lot of people have that Disney dream. And with the pandemic, what happened is a lot of companies started making available the opportunity to work from home. And they started telling people, well, you know what? We kind of like this. We're not having to pay rent on office space and all this other stuff. We're going to keep this going. And if you want to go move to Florida and keep your job, as long as you have an internet connection. Welcome to my world. Welcome to our world.
Our world.
We've been doing
Don't
this for
move to
24
Christmas,
years
then.
now.
Well, you know that Disney's actually sold buildings. They opened a new res center and they just sold it
Because they get everybody working from
because
home.
they finally realized that working from home is cost effective, more efficient. People are happier, so they're actually working more than they did in an office.
Some of my friends at Google, though, they don't want to work at home because the Google campus is such a nice place
Yeah.
to work.
Well, that's
they're
the
like,
exception.
that is the exception. They're like, can we go back?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I talked to a couple of folks who are in their 20s, and they all say they miss the office. But I think it's the social
that show,
aspect
too.
It's
of
definitely the
S
social aspect.
that
Yeah.
people miss that I hated.
I,
Yeah.
As a word.
I know, right?
you know, I like working from home. I've loved it, but I also love going to the office at the Welcome Center. And when it was just me out there, now that Jen is back working with me,
Just so you know,
I
we
enjoy
decided
it.
to change. The Welcome Center just became your house, so we're going to send people to your house.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Really.
Everybody gets an egg.
Yeah, she came in here because she's like Laura Ingalls, Little House on the Prairie lady now, and so she brought people eggs.
Everybody got a dozen.
You get an egg, and you get an
You
egg.
get an egg. You
It's
get
like
an egg.
the egg Oprah.
I just want, before we go on, I want to clarify that the Welcome Center is not open to guests yet.
Correct.
So we
yes.
don't want folks to think that they can go to the Welcome Center. Once cruises start, we'll
Yeah.
open the doors.
I
to
do wave at them through the
visitors.
window.
They tap on the glass.
Right.
Put food in the top.
One of these days, I got to do it to you.
What?
Like as soon as I get into Cape Canaveral, call and I'm approaching.
Oh, I know, right?
And then she
Gird your
panicked.
loins,
She's getting
people.
panicked, like, oh my God, I have to get dressed.
I say, gird your loins. And Jen goes, what does that mean? I said, watch a movie.
I just want to point out something. Today is the start of Pride Month. And believe it
Oh,
or
that's
not,
right.
on June 12th, it's the 5th anniversary of the Pulse Massacre. So
Wow.
something to think
Wow.
about then.
What anniversary?
The 5th.
Wow.
Good time, 5
Isn't that
years ago.
crazy?
Yeah, that is nuts.
Thanks
That
for,
is nuts.
Thanks for bringing us down, Kevin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, really.
Sounds good.
Well, how long can we talk about eggs?
I thought it was an excellent conversation.
This
Me
is
too.
hence. Now there are things about doing the show like this that I don't miss.
Okay,
Bad
listen.
jokes.
Bad jokes. So
Yeah.
I want to thank my client / good friends who sent my chickens tutus and a cape to wear. And yeah,
Find
you can't,
another
you can't get a
podcast
cape.
where you can hear that.
You can't get a cape on Edna Mode.
Oh, and yeah,
Cape
follow
on.
her on follow her on Facebook if you want to see the evolution of these chickens. And I look and I go like, oh my god, she has gone round the bend.
When we named him, though, it was just so Stella's still at home. So each of us were in charge of naming 2 chickens because we only have 6. And Kelvin's like Evangeline and Miss Hilly. Okay, he's got his chickens picked out.
Miss Hilly.
Miss Hilly, yeah. He goes around the yard and I hear him out there. Ain't you tired, Miss Hilly? Please stop. And she is really, And I went Edna Mode and Hey Hey. And Stella went Regina from Mean Girls. And what was the other one? Camila.
You said
Gonzo's.
Edna Mode like it's a verb. Like
Edna
I went
Mode.
Edna Mode on
Edna
that.
Mode.
And the moto.
Kelvin, Edna does not like my husband.
If you are not following Teresa on Instagram, you are missing out. Because it is the most random collection of funny stuff you'll ever find. She never seems to face I called her one day. There was something about, what was it?
Was it when I was mowing the grass?
If every day's a gift, today was a sock.
It was a rough day. That was a rough day.
Made me laugh out loud.
But yeah, we're having a good time. I'm just thankful to everybody in my family stayed healthy, and
Yeah.
a few did get COVID and recovered. And
Well, we stayed healthy because we didn't leave the house.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, John and I'm not joking, we didn't leave the house for a year. And then
we moved in the middle of it all, and I feel bad for those poor movers that they were full mast, sweating like dogs in June, and it just, it happened. It's all good.
We just saw people this last weekend that I must have told no 6 times. No, we won't go out to dinner. No, I'm not going to meet you anyplace. And we were diligent. I mean, we didn't break our
Yeah, I didn't for the longest time. Once I got vaccinated, once I was fully vaccinated, I mean, I would go out to dinner, but eat outdoors. So I've like really discovered all the places in Orlando where I can eat outdoors. But now I'm back eating indoors, and I'll take this opportunity for a plug. YouTube.com/Disney Dining, right, Craig? Is our Disney Dining channel, and if you want to see me rant, go take a look at the Maria and Enzo's review that I just did. First time I intentionally cursed.
What
on a
meal
show.
did you go for?
Dinner.
Okay, we've been for breakfast and loved it.
Okay,
get
well,
the
I'm talking
charcuterie
about
board?
dinner. Oh yeah, that they put in little tiny print that it's per person, and they bring out this little plate, this little thing that I could have done a better job at the deli counter at Publix, and they bring out this little plate, and then you get the bill. And the charcuterie board, because you have 6 people, this little charcuterie board cost you $120 or something. And I'm like, oh. So the title of that review is "Run the F Away."
Was it really in little print or was it normal print and you just couldn't see it?
It was
on an old iPad.
You're doing it. You're having to do these
that's right.
venues on your phone.
And the server never
And
said,
no, and that was my thing. The servers should have been saying, just so you know, that is a per person price for this, because I would have told him when he brought it out, if this is per person that you're charging me for this, go back and get 5 more friggin' boards.
right?
And then I also discovered that why the other restaurant there is called Enzos Hideaway. Because Enzo apparently had to get away from Maria's crappy cooking.
There you go, back in the studio.
We're back in.
Craig's writing the timestamp down.
He didn't get it all out.
That's why they named it, Enzo's Hideaway. He had to get away from her crappy cooking.
I thought that's where he had his affairs, but I don't know.
Probably because
Oh.
she was such a lousy cook.
Oh my goodness.
We've been
So-
back to Bull and Bear, and that's someplace we
I just had dinner there the other night.
we
I
frequent
love that place.
Fantastic.
We frequent that a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
We used to. So when we went back the other day, I thought, I wonder if the same waiters were there.
Yeah.
We've become friends with people, and I was just, is it going to be the same? And we walked in, and it was like Dolly coming into the Harmonia Gardens. It was awesome.
They were unbelievable. We're so happy you're back. We're so glad to see
We
you.
thought we
Wow.
lost you. It was really nice.
really
It's
nice.
my favorite restaurant.
You know how many Orlando bartenders are waiting for me to walk through that door?
right?
Not as many are still waiting for me. Okay, because there's a number of bartenders in this town. I put their kids through college with my tips.
That's why they
And a
built.
couple went out of business when you stopped drinking.
That's why they had to build a new ship.
You know you're an alcoholic when your bartenders are calling to make sure you're okay because they haven't seen you in a while. You know that you earned your spot in rehab when that starts happening. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm and Steven from Give Kids the World is telling me orders are coming in for these tickets like crazy. So please, please,
Hurry up.
That's awesome.
Because here's the deal: there were some left because people were concerned if it was going to go or not. So you've got to act fast. Don't delay because the party will fill up, and there's a hard stop from Disney.
Yeah.
And so if you miss out, you miss out. Sorry. You got something you want to mention?
Oh, yeah.
Got some stuff coming up.
Can I do something now?
You dance?
That's what I was gonna say.
Those days are over.
Are you gonna dance?
But I did make money when I did. All right.
I want video.
If you can find it. All right, here's the deal. People have been waiting, people have been emailing. We have some Diz exclusive trips for next year.
Adventures by
2022.
Disney Trips.
Yep. I'm going to start at the beginning. We have some space left on the Egypt trip, April 12th through April 21st.
Maybe this one will actually do.
I'm going this year.
I'm convinced that this is haunted. This is our third one.
It's our third attempt.
Right. And Disney hasn't sent an Egypt trip yet, just so you know. They've scheduled it for a couple of years, and one hasn't gone yet. All right, that is $7,899 per person.
What are the dates of that?
Pay attention. 4/12 through 4/21.
Oh, my.
We've been together for 14 months. Relax.
14 years. Honey.
14. Well,
Well,
Oh no! Oh, no! Right. No, you've been here 20 years.
In each
this
other's
year.
hair.
It'll be 20
for
years in
14
In
September.
September, it's 20 years for you two.
Yep. It is pay attention. April 12th through April 21st of 2022.
Supposedly.
And this is a trip you want to be a guinea pig on?
I don't care if Hemotep himself comes back. I am going on that freaking trip. Doesn't matter to me.
Hemotep.
Oh, how I've missed you.
All right, moving on. It's $7,900 a person. If you're a single traveler, it's more than $7,900 a person because you have to pay a single supplement. All right, moving ahead. We also have our July trip that was rescheduled from this year. It's July 10th through July 15th.
That's the Backstage Magic?
It's a Backstage Magic trip. However, about half of the people that were scheduled for this year just rolled their trip over. So I don't have a full trip to sell.
All right,
That's a fun
I want to
one.
be on that trip.
That's a
Okay.
fun one.
Was I already on that trip?
You're on.
Was I
You're
on
on the
that one?
December trip this year.
Well, I want to do that one too.
Okay. and then
Okay,
you'll
here's
be
the
on.
deal. Just so you know, I reserve a room for you on every trip we do. And I do not pay your deposit until you show me your luggage is packed.
You act like Pete has canceled a trip before.
You are scheduled for every trip we do.
The people have come to see Starina, and Starina will not.
That is what you
disappoint.
call Pete trip insurance. He wants to have a trip just in case.
I've learned. Are you going, Pete? Yes. Are you going, Pete? Yes. The minute he's got his foot on the jetway, I pay his deposit. So I have about half of July 10th through July 15th available.
That's a fun one, too.
Pete's going on this one.
I am. I'm going to tell you what.
Oh, wait till the other dates. You might want to take a different one.
I may take them all.
You may. You're welcome. to
You're
it.
on every one.
Good.
It's
No,
yours
look,
to
okay, now,
cancel.
hold on. I have not traveled anywhere in the last 15 months.
Oh, same. Join the club.
All right. Yeah, but I don't care about you.
You're not.
And I am so. I love you to death. I am so desperate right now to travel. So who's coming with? Let's go. Let's go.
okay.
Come on.
Let's read the rest of the dates. Too.
Wait, before I go further, I am always worried that you're going to go into our Dreams Unlimited travel system, which you have access to, and realize that you have no reservations, and you're going to call me and I said, I told you I wanted to be on this. Trust me, I have a room for you.
I trust you.
Every time we leave town, you've never said to me, I want to go, and I say, oh, you can't.
Well,
That would be
that
Put it
would be
to
a bad
really
conversation.
Put it this way.
That would be a very bad conversation.
To put a visual to it, if you put Warner as the last name in the search in the dream system, it's an endless scroll.
And I keep looking. By the time he starts looking, he'll get bored and realize he's not in it.
Right.
All right.
Oh my God, I have missed you guys so much.
I just laid out my secrets.
You did.
I promise you have a room for every
I
trip.
believe you.
Okay. We have 2 new trips for next year. The first one is March 27th through April 1st. We did something different this year. We have taken 3 trips because we think people are going to have pent up travel desire.
Backstage Magic.
3. It is April 27th or March 27th through April 1st. The cost is $3,389 per person.
Okay, so we're doing a Backstage Magic at the end of March, and then we're turning around and going to Egypt like 2 weeks later.
Yep.
What
All
is
right.
this one? It's only 3,000?
$33.89. Backstage Magic is not really expensive
Per person.
Per person. I mean, it is really expensive. Please don't get me wrong.
In comparison to other trips.
In
Right.
comparison, like if you want to go to Japan, it's much less expensive. I have a child price of $31.89 and a single price, if you're looking as a single traveler, of $49.39. We also have a Backstage Magic for December 11th of 2016. We usually
Honey,
pick one around.
2016 was 5 years ago, baby.
Oh, it's
December through the 16th.
Whoa, we just took the
December
time
11th through the
back.
16th, 2022. We always pick up Backstage Magic around your birthday. So we've got December this year is sold out. I can't put another person on it. Starting in 2022, it's Egypt. It is Backstage Magic. It is Backstage Magic in July and Backstage Magic December of 2022.
my.
Now I have to put out some information. I know there's a lot going on. The March and the December trips are going to go up in price on July 16th.
Okay.
It has to do with the fact that when we contracted these groups, there was still an early booking discounts for most of the trips for 2022, and I didn't want people to look at that and go, well, why am I paying more for your group when I could do it myself and do an early booking discount? So they're giving us the early booking discount through the 15th. So if you're interested in the March
Of
date
July.
of
6 more weeks.
right, I'm sorry, July 15th of this year. So if you're interested in the March Backstage Magic or the December Backstage Magic, the price is going to go up on July 16th.
How big is the deposit and when's final due?
10% down and 120 days prior to departure.
Okay, so that trip is like in 6 weeks. We're talking. You're saying July of this year we have a Backstage
No,
Magic?
the price will go up on two of our
oh.
2022 trips.
When's my next
You're
trip?
in December.
I'm in December.
December.
There were no other trips. We're not doing any other trips this year.
That is
before
correct.
December.
That is
We had a
correct.
Grand Europe trip for September, but that canceled. And the big problem there was border crossings.
And I'm working on something for next year.
Well, we got to talk about next year.
Trust
Okay,
me.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
Oh my.
Is it around about what I think it's about? Like, no, it's
Sort of, kind of, maybe.
Okay.
Corey, do you know? Tell
No,
me.
no. If I don't
If
know,
I
that he
wanted
doesn't
to, no.
Here's the deal.
It's only
The
the
only
conversation
two
between Kevin and I. So
There's
no
only
one
2
else
people in the room that know.
Yeah.
And somebody at Disney.
Okay, John.
So here's the deal.
All right. As soon as the
Backstage
show
Magic-
is over, I got to know.
All right, Backstage Magics next year, 3 of them.
When can they start booking?
As soon as we get home, they can write to you. Well, right now they can write to you. but-
Kevin at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com.
And I will have a link because these things aren't public yet. I just want to reiterate one time. The March trip and the December trip have an early booking discount on them now. All of the early booking discounts through Adventures by Disney that are still left, most are sold out, will end July 16th. So it's not something that's different for us. That's going to happen ABD wide.
However,
Hey,
ours,
can I
if
borrow
you,
your Amex?
however, if you book with us, you're going to be guaranteed that price up until the 15th.
Up until the 15th.
Oh, goodness. So much information.
So yeah, Kevin's got a special link to a booking engine with all of these trips. You can do it and just write to him, and he'll send that to you. And then probably we'll give you guys a head start, and then in a couple weeks we'll put it up live for everybody. So
Okay, here's
here
the deal.
first.
I have 39 emails since
You
we
need
just
to
started.
talk into your mic, honey.
I have 39. I haven't had to do this for a while.
It didn't matter when you were doing it before. Kevin's like back here. Like, no, honey, it's a show. We got to use the mic.
All right, fine. Other podcasts have the one that hook to your mouth.
Okay, Madonna, I'll get you one. He'll come in with his cone bra on. How many emails have you gotten?
39 since we started.
Really?
Dang.
So trips might fill up today, so act fast.
Yeah, same with the this family reunion. We're gonna have fun.
Next year's going to be busy.
Next year's gonna be busy.
And you have a reservation for every trip.
I trust you. I trust you. So, all right, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has been great. It is so great having everybody back in the studio, and I have passed the edict from on high that all the shows need to come back into the studio now. Because this is how I want my shows done. This is how I want to do my shows. And I thank you guys. I thank you guys for being here with us, but I also thank you for especially this last year. You thank us all the time for, producing this content. Without you guys, we got nobody to produce for. And don't think for a second any one of us ever forgets that. So, thank you. And that's going to do it for this week's episode of our show. We hope you enjoyed it. We will see you again next week with another episode of The Diz Unplugged. And remember, stay out of the damn lake.